And today we're going to be talking about the market update in terms of what has came onto the market and give you guys the stats in terms of what's been happening this last week. We'll be talking about Seattle, Tacoma, and Bellevue so that everyone is informed going into the week, all right? My name is George Rodriguez with eXp Realty located here in Washington State. And with further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So don't mind me, I'm gonna be looking this way at my monitor, getting everybody the stats for it. I do have the intention of going live with this eventually because it's gonna be a lot more smoother, I feel like. So with new listings that we have coming onto the market, we have a total of 1,023 new listings in the entirety of Washington State. Back on market, we have 167, so of course they were off the market previously, coming back on. Listing price reduced, it's going to be 556 properties have decided to actually reduce their listing price. And then we have 92 increases, so I'm assuming that could have been something with the bad listing entry point. Maybe they just noticed something that was wrong and they wanted to fix it. Contingent, of course, everyone knows what that is. They got into a deal and then now they're waiting for their home to sell or whatever contingent factor to go ahead and get pushed through so they can purchase that new property. Listings expired, essentially their contract ran out and they're going to be deciding if they're going to go back on the market with the same agent or someone new. Listings pending, now that's a pretty awesome number to see. There's 2,001 listings pending in the entirety of Washington just this last week, so that's a pretty awesome number. Listings sold, a total of 1,145 properties have went from pending to sold status. Essentially, 30 days goes through or whatever the timing for the contract to get pushed out, and we have 1,145 sales recorded. Now, listings canceled for whatever reason, they canceled their contract, and we'll see what's going to happen with those properties going forward. But these are your stats in just the last week for the entirety of Washington State. So let's go ahead and get into Seattle so we can go ahead and present those forward for everyone to look at as well. And as always, if you find any of this information at all helpful, please help me out and like and subscribe. I'll be doing this every week, and then going forward, I do have the intention, like I said prior, to actually be doing this every week live on Monday morning so we can get everyone together and present it to move forward in a progressive manner. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the Seattle sales. In the last week for Seattle, it is going to be 153 new listings. Back on market is 12. Listing price reductions is 62. We're going to go ahead and skip down towards the listings pending. 230 listings just over the last 7 days have actually taken a contract. So that's pretty nice number to see as well. The listings sold, 159, and then of course canceled is 17. For those that are wondering again, what are listings expired and listings canceled? Essentially, that's going to be when the contract runs out or they decide to terminate the contract early. When that does happen, there's going to be a ton of agents calling these individuals that were selling their home because sometimes it could have been something as simple as the disagreement between agent and client, or they didn't like how the entire process was going, or they need to get off the market and actually fix some things and come back on the market with a better foot forward to actually handle business and get a good contract offer. Now, in terms of Bellevue, it is a smaller market when it does come to the sense of how many properties actually come up every week. It's a very exclusive area, very highly regarded, but everyone knows that's watching this video that's from the area. So we have a total new listings of 17 just this last week. Back on market 1, price reductions 10, and then of course we see the expired, contingent, and sold being where they're at. Take a look at that pending section. Almost close to 29, I said almost close, 29 properties have actually taken an offer this past last 7 days, and now they are moving forward in terms of actually getting that closed as well. So let's go ahead and get into Tacoma. After we finish talking about Tacoma, we're actually gonna go over everything in terms of what's on the market in these 3 areas as a whole, because these are just new numbers for what we have to look at. So now let's take a look at Tacoma's data. We have a total of 44 brand new listings on the market, back on market at 5, and then of course we have price reductions at 31. We obviously see where contingent and listings expired are at, but listings pending are at 110. So of course last week we've had 110 properties take an offer, and it seems more and more prevalent that we're having lower amount of inventory going into the year because there's not as many new properties are coming onto the market, but we have a lot more buyers entering into the marketplace. We're just kind of dwindling down the numbers in terms of what Washington and their area has to present. So it's kind of speeding up the urgency that some buyers are facing because there's not much left on the market, unfortunately. And listings sold, we have 46 that have officially went from pending to sold. So before we go over what's actively in the market currently for Seattle, Tacoma, and Bellevue, we're gonna go over the average days on market and the average sale price for the last 7 days for the statistics that we presented earlier. So the days on market for the last 7 days, Seattle's gonna be at 43, and Bellevue and Tacoma are gonna share the same at 42 days. So when it comes to the average sale price, I'm just gonna round these numbers off just to make it easier for myself. Average sale price in Seattle is gonna be at $804,000 the last 7 days. Bellevue's gonna be at $1,416,000. And Tacoma's gonna be at $439,000 for the average sale price in the last 7 days. So these two statistics are actually gonna be what you're gonna use for information going forward to give you an idea for what properties are selling for in these areas, but also how long are they lasting. Properties are moving faster than they were previously at the end of last year, but the good properties are moving even faster, and these good properties are actually getting multiple offer situations, because when something good comes in the market that's prepped, up to standard, and it just has a good overall picture for a family to move into. And if you need an idea on how to get your property ready, go ahead and take a look at this video as I go over the easy ideas that are gonna put you on the right step going forward. If your agent doesn't tell you, trust me, I got you. So now let's go ahead and give you the active numbers in total in terms of what is active in Seattle, Tacoma, and Bellevue. I just have residential and condominiums. I don't have manufactured homes on there, just to kind of simplify it for everyone in general. So for Seattle, we're gonna have 946, Bellevue's at 129, and Tacoma is gonna be at 276 active listings in our area. So all this information in general is going to go ahead and give you an understanding of what's currently happening in the market and how they're moving, because with these numbers you can actually make an educated assumption for how you should proceed going forward. So my advice for the buyers going forward in this week is to actually take a look and see how long the properties have been on the market that you're interested in. If the property's been on the market for over 30 days, or if they've done price reduction or reductions, this may be a situation where the sellers are feeling a little bit fatigued. Now, due to the minimal inventory that's actually on the market for our areas, when we're going into these new homes that are fresh on the market, if they have their ducks in a row, good photos, good marketing, and overall is situated currently to present strong, there is a high probability that you may be competing with other families to actually purchase this home. So presenting your honest and best is going to be the best situation for you moving forward if you do want to win this property. So my advice for the sellers, if you're currently on the marketplace, is to take in the feedback that you're getting potentially from these buyers, to hold more open houses, and to correct the things that are currently said about your property, because you want to present your best foot forward. Because now that you're on the market, you can't really retract anything, because the potential buyers are in the marketplace have already seen it. Not saying everyone's seen it, but if you're not on the marketplace currently and you're getting prepared to put your property on the market, it's the best to get your ducks in a row and getting everything situated, because when you enter in the marketplace, you're a fresh new face. You're that new girl on the block. So everyone wants to meet you and actually introduce themselves towards you. So if you have everything ready and situated moving forward, you're gonna be able to actually present a high amount of demand to allow you to get the offer within the first week or two. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the properties I have sold. To me, these are my favorites that I like looking through them. They're not always gonna be the most expensive, but first we have Seattle, 928 34th Ave. It was listed at close to 1.5 million, and then the sold price was at 1.48 $1 million. So we have a tri-level property here. All right, so now this is the shot. I feel like this is gonna be your money shot when it comes to this home. You come out to your deck, right? You come out fresh in the morning, fresh, crisp air, and look at you. We got your little soccer field right here. But look, I wonder if this grass is real or if it's turf, you know what I mean? Because we are in February, and my grass is green, but Lord have mercy, this thing is, look at that neighbor, struggling. So then you have Mount Rainier in your backyard. Beautiful scene. Love this photo, nice twilight photo here. Okay, so we have a nice living area with your kitchen, you have your waterfall on your island. You have your entryway, you have that easement to the back, so you're actually going through 3 homes. So if you look from the street, you're gonna have to walk through, so you don't have a garage. Well, it's Seattle, so let's go into Bellevue, and Lord have mercy, you are going to be, Mama, I made it. All right, so looking at this, of course, we have a nice modern touch. For the exterior, to me, this is all you need for your money shot to actually gain attention. Open up here, you have your steel railing up top. You also have this nice waterfall kitchen with this huge backsplash. Right here, this is, to me, this is smacking all the bells and whistles. You see that front door? Yeah, man, if you were Yao Ming, you're gonna be all right. So you're gonna be able to get through that thing. You see that? Black marble. Lord have mercy. All right, now huge sliding doors. You have your nice, beautiful green grass in the back. This thing looked natural. They must have freshly laid down that sod. It looks good, guys. This is the one. Beautiful kitchen. Nailed it. Now we can go ahead and move in to Tacoma. With Tacoma, this is gonna be in the north end of Tacoma, on 23rd Street Northeast. This one right here, you can tell it's a twilight photo on this one because you can see the ambiance in the back. No, we don't always, you're not able to get that naturally. You know what I mean? You can, but you know, that's one of those occasional mornings. Now when you walk in, you're gonna have huge vaulted ceilings. You have a huge ceiling fan. That thing looks like a spider. You know, it looked good though. It looked good. Fireplace, stairway, simple home. It's beautiful. So the last thing that we're both going to take a look at together is going to be the mortgage rates that we're currently facing this week. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Starting at the top, we have the conventional loan at a 30-year fixed. We're at a 6.33%, went down 0.04% from last week. And as we go down lower, we have the 30-year fixed rate at FHA and VA. FHA sitting at an annual at 6.46%, down 0.2%. From last week, and then the VA actually went up. They were sitting at the 5% in the APR last week, but now it looks like they're going to be joining everyone else at the 6% range. We're sitting at a 6.02% for the VA loans. So there you have it. That's our current mortgage rates as a standpoint for what we're facing today in our current marketplace. Of course, you can always buy down these rates a little bit further on some points, but that will be in your side if you want to do that with your lender or not. So if you found any of this information at all helpful, please go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. We'll be doing this every week to actually get everyone put in the best manner to actually move forward. And as always, y'all take care.